Congratulations on your new all-rounder. It's going to serve you well. Now, talking about that, this is the OG, the old girl, right? She's been around the traps, she's seen a few experiences, and this is what inspired the all-rounder. Now, if you have a look at her, she's got quite a unique shape about her, nice curves and in all the right places. And as you can see, she's done a few miles. But over here, it features a trim with a slightly worn look, because anything brand new stands out like dog's balls. It's like brand new white shoes, blind people. So it comes across the front here, nicely spaced out. Feels like you've already done a couple of adventures, so people trust you. Now, one of the features is this slight indentation on the rear end. Now, what that's for is so you can mold your hat to how you best feel it fits you or suits you. If you look, this is the old girl. You'll notice here it's got like a nice little curve out the rear end. I like a bit of rump at the back personally, but that's why this for you is your little start, and then when you get your steamer, you can shape it to exactly how you like it. Now, on this front edge, I also like to have a bit of a dip coming down, because I like my hat to sit about that type of angle, right? And on the back here, I like to come down a little bit as well, just so as the rain comes over, it just sort of feels nicer. And now if you come at the top here, for this one here, it's a new hat, and I've found that for me, this one right here is too deep. It's the first point of contact when I put it on my head, which means it can bobble a bit if your melon is shaped that way. Okay, like mine, and it's unfortunate. Stiff shit, that's how it goes. So what you'll do is you get your steamer, you come in from behind, and you steam up the middle there, and then you can just push it into exactly how you would like it. Some people have a fair noggin about them, not much brains. Some people have got a tiny noggin and they're bloody got a few clues. So whichever you are in the middle of all that, you can make it work for you. These are both all-rounders. You've got a brand new and a 1.5-year-old. You can see this one's faded a bit in the sun. It's fallen off the back of a horse in the Gobi Desert. It's hit the salt water numerous times. It's faded just nicely, and it's got a truckload of character. To shape my hat, first thing I'll do is I'll grab me steamer. You can also use a kettle. Now what you want to do is come from the rear here, and you want to go along the ridge line of the hat, give it a bit up the sides, up the other side, and what you'll find, that just kind of loosens the material a little bit, so you can start to make your own shape. Now if you watch this, I'm just lessening that dip. Some people like to have more of a I'm going flat out forward look about them, and I respect that. And so to do that, you heat it up, and then you pinch the front in here, gives you a bit more of a point, bit of an angle, tells you where they're going. All right, I need more of a hump out the back. Okay, so what you do is, without burning yourself, put it right up in there, press it up on the back wall, give it a little bit of a how you're going, just let it know you're there, and then come out over here on the back end as well, give it a good old rubbing. Okay, now put down your weapon, and now you can start, if you look at it, so that's how it is, okay? Now you can start giving it a bit of how you're going, and really put that bit of character into it. See, you can, if you see like that, I like to have just like a little bit of an overhang out the back there. It's like a spoiler on a bloody race car. Have a look at it. That, for me, if you saw a bloke wearing that, you'd know he knows what he's talking about. I like to have the front of my brim dip down a bit. I think sometimes it's good, if you're up north and in some sunny weather, you know, it's always good to have that bit of protection over the beak. So you can give that a bit of a hit like that. Okay, you can give it a bit underneath if you feel it. Okay, there you go. Back up there, and then you can start to give it a nice little dip, and if you'll find it'll hold it. You don't want it to stay there, but you just keep playing with it until you feel that you've got just the right amount of protection. Okay? Now, see, that's about that. Okay, that's for me on the front, right? Because I like my hat to sit a little bit further back, and so this sits almost straight, but just a little dip over the beak. Okay, now on the back here, same thing. give your back end a bit of a steaming. Probably does it itself from time to time, but this one is on purpose. Okay, put that up there. Okay, and then you want to give that a little bit of a curve. So this is just for me. You guys will come up with your own tricks to make your hat more about you, okay? But I like a little dip on the back and a little dip on the front, a bit of character in the rear, and then a nice little, slight indent because of my noggin, the way it's shaped. Okay, with a bit of point as if I'm going that way. So there she is. Congratulations, and tag us at Nick Badger, and we'll see you on your next adventure.